welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I created this little mini garden start to finish. I am a total gardener beginner. This is 101. I'm going to talk you through every single detail, everything we did. So I did this myself and with my producer Emma, who is behind the camera. The two of us manned this, two ladies crushing this gardening situation. But it was actually fairly easy. I've always dreamt of having a garden. I grew up with a garden. In my parents' garden, it was like big and wild and wonderful, but you know, I don't have as much space here in the suburbs. So we kind of went with something really small with these raised beds. So let me talk you through every single detail in case this is something that anyone at home is interested in doing. We already have a couple of little tomatoes starting to sprout. My kids are so excited about it. It's something that we do together. We water it together. It's been great. We just added though this fence around it because I had a deer and a baby deer living in the backyard, which was thrilling for the entire family, but they did already eat the cucumber plant. So this we just got from Home Depot. But let's start with the garden. So these three raised beds we got from a place called Earth Easy. Everything will be linked below. You can do all different dimensions and heights. I will put in the description the exact dimensions that I bought, but I just really needed to figure out something that fit in this area right here. They were super, super easy to put together, and we put them in this area just because there's no sprinklers. It gets direct sun, but not too much sun. So because these beds are quite raised, we had to put something on the bottom. I didn't know that. I thought that it was just completely filled with dirt, but that is not the case. Actually, at the base with my parents, we put a bunch of cardboard, and then after that, we did a bunch of hay. But you can do a lot of different things just to fill up the bed and like raise up the soil. And then we added soil on top. So cardboard, hay, but you can like look it up, and I can put some options below in the description in terms of other things you can do to fill the bed. But we used hay because it was cheap. We could get a lot of it. And then we put the soil on top. So then it was time to move on to like, what are we going to put into these beds? So I went to my local garden store, and they were delightful and very nice people who were very helpful. Okay, everyone, welcome to my local garden center. We are perusing and figuring out all the things that we can grow. Princess Kyle is very specific about what vegetables he eats, so I have to be mindful of that. He doesn't do any nightshade vegetables, so eggplant is off the table. He doesn't love peppers, but Teddy loves peppers, so she overrules. We have to go ask a gardening expert. Oh, okay. What about over here in the vegetable section? I was thinking, let me see. What about asparagus? Would that grow right now? Would it grow now? Okay. What about Brussels sprouts? That feels like a fall plant. Okay. We're gonna need like multiple of these. Thank you. Is there anything else that you think like I should really, is a must do this time of year? Sweet peppers, please.
Yeah, we got like that kind, I don't know, the Cuban the long one. Like,
oh, here's bell pepper. Is there a red bell pepper?
Yeah, we got like red pepper. These are red, we got yellow.
Oh, here we go. All right, everyone, look at the back of this car. It's insane. We got like 3 bales of hay to fill the bottom of the beds. Then we got some topsoil. Then we got a hose. We got watering cans. We got the plants, obviously, and I'll talk you through everything that we ended up buying. A shovel. I think I have some gardening tools at home that I weirdly bought Kyle one day. And that is where we are at right now. We're boiling. It's time to go home and unload this. I have anxiety because when the guy was like, are you really gonna take care of this? I was like, do you not believe in me? Do I not look like someone that would take care of their raised bed? Already look like a gardener. I'm a mess. Oh look, here are my tools. These ones I already had because I think for Kyle and I's wedding anniversary last year was iron. So I got him iron gardening tools, which clearly he never freaking used. So I'll be using them. Fear not. I can do this. That works, right? See this, Teddy?
Why you got that?
This is for our garden.
Why do you need it?
I'll show you. You can come out. Yeah! Okay, here's what we have so far. Romaine lettuce, cucumbers, scallions, which I'm super excited to plant, spaghetti squash, tomatoes, basil, more tomatoes. Where's my fluffy asparagus? Oh my gosh, who thought asparagus looked like this? Never in a million years. Did you know that? It's so cute and furry. More spaghetti squash. Then we have some herbs. I have basil, bell peppers, and there's like little tiny yellow peppers. Brussels sprouts, oh my gosh, Kyle's gonna be so happy. Cabbage and orange bell peppers. And so the planting is beginning. We've been waiting so long for this. We have rosemary, basil, scallions, and yellow onions. So this is gonna go on our far left bed right here. Literally never planted anything in my life. So let's do it. Kyla's not gonna believe this. And onions are gonna grow in there. So in terms of picking out what you're going to grow, and in the season right now, we are in July, it was June when we did this. I didn't want to do seeds. I wanted some instant gratification in terms of these plants, and I wanted for the kids as well to like understand like what we were doing here. The professionals at the garden center were very, very helpful because I was like, what can I grow? Is this a good time for all of these things? So I definitely advise talking to your local experts because they know way more than definitely I do. So everything that we have in the garden, we have basil, rosemary, onions, lettuce, Brussels sprouts, peppers, asparagus, cabbage, cucumbers, squash, lots of tomatoes. I had no idea that you could like grow all of those things right now. Teddy loves peppers. She's already gotten a few tomatoes from the garden, which is just so exciting for her. Once we got our cardboard, the hay, and our soil on top, it was time to actually plant the goods. So we had this little device, which we will link below, made the perfect hole for each plant, which you can obviously use your hands as well. So once it was time to plant all of the plants, we used our device to create all of the holes. So each plant, once we took it out of its plastic container, we ripped off the bottoms just a little bit so that it can root into this new soil right here. So once we did that, we put it into the little tiny holes, filled it up with soil. It was a super, super hot day that day. After our experts at our local garden center told us to obviously water the plants, but also to make sure that the soil itself was very, very moist. So we really like went in there with the hose just to make sure all the dirt was very, very moist. And so far I have been watering it about once a day, and that seems to be working well. So things are already growing. They look taller and better, minus my very sad cucumber plants that the deer ate, which is very, very sad. But Teddy was so cute because she was like, maybe we should make a separate garden for the deer and then we can have this garden. I was like, I love that idea, but that's not what we're going to do today. So anyway, the final step, which honestly I can't take ownership of, is putting this deer fence around everything here. I mean, everyone warned me, and it was funny because I was just traveling and away for work, and people were joking that bunnies were jumping off this ledge into my garden, which was really sending me into a spiral. It turns out that the deer got to it anyway, but that's okay. I hope they had a nice meal. But anyway, so now it is nice and protected. I think in like a dream scenario, one day I would have like a proper structure, but this will do for now. I can also link below. This came from Home Depot, I believe, this netting right here. And anyway, that is how we made the garden start to finish. I want to say it was really, really easy, and it was easy logically because I was kind of like, I've never done this in my life. I don't know how it works. And luckily our garden experts and Emma, we kind of worked together to figure it out. But in terms of doing the actual physical labor, like I was literally covered in dirt the day that we did this, but I don't want to sound like such a princess that I've never done labor as such as creating a garden, but I was like, wow, I feel really satisfied from like doing this work, and it was very gratifying and it felt good. I felt accomplished and I felt really happy and kind of grounded. Like literally anything that I can do with my hands that keeps me off the internet makes me really happy, and this is one of those things. And it's just been a really nice family activity for myself and the kids so far, like I've already mentioned. So I definitely highly recommend if you're somewhere you can make a garden, even if it's one of these. You can do a tiny one and just do herbs. But I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I'm definitely entering like my very amateur Martha Stewart era over here, but I really enjoyed this process and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment section below, or if you want a progress update on my garden. I'd love to share. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.